Hey ho guys, Veg here from the Red Marble, and this is going to be the first time that I post something non-educational related. That is, as the title says, a painfully honest review of the Dean Zelinsky private label LaVoce, which I have right here in this gorgeous transparent red finish. It's a little bit of a bittersweet moment for me. I'm in the process of packing this beautiful instrument up to go off to its happy new owner in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And what prompted me to do this is essentially a few things that I learned from the couple of months that I have been the owner of this beautiful instrument. And I just figured I'd share them out there because I can tell you for a fact that when I was looking for things about this, there ain't a whole heck of a lot out there about the LaVoce. Um, there's a lot of commentary on different blogs or user groups, and it's really kind of split. So let me just give you a very brief introduction before I delve into some hard topics about this. So, introduction number one, I am a guitarist. Came back into this a few years ago after having been out for a while. So why should you pay any attention to me? Well, number one, I'm charming and personable. Why wouldn't anybody want to pay attention to me? Don't answer that. The real reason is I have really no cred. I'm not a famous guitarist. I'm not a famous reviewer. I don't have a million YouTube followers yet. Who knows? But what I do have that I think that is very lacking in the reviews that I've seen on a lot of parts is I'm just good enough to make an ass of myself. And as a result, I do a lot of trial and error. And as the title of this little post says, this is a painfully honest review. So let me get into a few details. I'm going to do a quick pro and con as well as just a little demo. It won't be very good, but it doesn't matter. It's good enough. So essentially, there's going to be three types of people who watch this. Number one, people who are honestly looking for information about LaVoce. Number two, trolls who are just looking to, make themselves feel better by ripping somebody else apart, whatever that is. Number three, random people who are already subscribed to me or who just wander upon this and go, yeah, I got nothing else to do. So about this, I got this instrument on an amazingly good deal. The brief history behind this particular model is, to the best of my ability of finding out, this was a B stock. There is a small microscopic blemish in the finish that's about as big as my fingernail right here where I'm rubbing. As a result, it was a B stock. Somebody had bought it. The first owner apparently was somebody in Chicago where Dean Zelinsky still has his headquarters in Highland Park, I think, not far from where I am. And apparently they must have known Dean because, I don't know if you can see this or not, but Dean actually signed this one. There's a part of me that really regrets selling it because Dean did sign it, but my philosophy is instruments are meant to be played, not gawked at or held onto for the most part. I'll remember that, when I get that 59 Les Paul. But, so the original owner of this was some kind of a musical troglodyte who pulled out the humbuckers. They were Dean Zelinsky True Tap coil splitting humbuckers, replaced them with some POS Chinese made whatever they were, which ironically enough I think may have come out of a low grade PRS, like maybe an SE of some kind. Were really bad. And when he did it himself, he reinstalled them wrong. The coil splitters didn't work, and the guitar was barely passable. He sold it or passed it on to somebody else who then sold it, and I bought it at a very good price, admittedly. I had been looking to buy one of these things for probably about the past 2 years, and opportunity just came up. I had originally looked into getting one, I think about a year or two ago, and instead I pushed my money aside and eventually got a Paul Reed Smith McCarty 594, one of the best decisions I ever made. But when this thing came up for the price, I could not pass it up, so I bought it. Here is what I discovered. Sometimes God lets you get what you want to prove a point. Hell, heck, most of my dating life has been that. There's a lot to love about this thing. First of all, look at how thin it is. It's gorgeous. It's a solid maple top. I mean, that's all solid there. The thing stays in tune beautifully. It has the most comfortable neck shape I have ever played. I now own 3 Deans. 4, sorry. I never thought I would buy a Dean. The neck sold me on it. The finish is gorgeous. I love the piezo. Piezo, paisan, I don't know what the heck you want to call it. And so here's an example of the, this is the piezo running through an Ampero, what the heck is this? An Ampero modeler running on the acoustic setting for a single coil Strat. So it sounds pretty darn good.